Hello miners, Ruth coming at you. Today we're taking a look at a Kershaw. And this is the Kershaw Clash. And let's take a peek here. It is, if I can find that, number 1605. Now it is made in China, so don't let the USA fool you. And I picked it up at a local sporting goods store who happened to be having a 33% off sale. So picked it up for $18 brand new, and let me tell you, I am really enjoying this one. And I'm going to call this one the Blur on a Budget. So let's get into the knife. Well, you can see China and the 8CR 13 MOV maybe right there. It is a patented design. I want to say it's really hard for me to figure out this material. FRN, maybe ABS. I don't think it's G10. So take a peek at that. One thing I noticed, so we got almost a full length back spacer. One thing I noticed is very thick liners here. Let's see if we can see the lockup on that. They're not skeletonized, and it's a heavy duty pocket clip, but I like it. That gives you some style. It's like a macho type of knife. It is spring assisted. Boom, and listen to that, guys. That is maybe where it got the name Clash. It's a canned onion design and has really tremendous ergos. The way this thing tucks in, your thumb comes here, amazing. Has a little whoop right there, and the blade, slight recurve. I'm going to get another knife out for us to take a peek at there. Came very well sharpened. Yes, sir. Nice. Excuse me. Nice and even, and lockup is secure, and you can close it with a one-handed nut. One-handed. So, if you guys are in the market, I think this one could be a favorite EDC. I am impressed with this one, and we'll get into some comparisons to take a peek at why that is. So those of you that have been with me long enough know I like the Kershaw oh so sweet. And I'll tell you what, the snap on the open on the Clash, much better, much better. I like the Clash better than this Kershaw in a lot of ways. The blade on this is useful, but kind of boring. It is slimmer, and I did take off the pocket clip. I know this one's FRN, and it has good ergos. In terms of size, it's almost the same, but the Clash just feels so much bigger. So I'm not sure what it is about it. Maybe they have to do with these liners. Let's take a peek at these. You know, these liners compared to those ones. I get this sun to work with me. How about we flip them over this way? And I'm not sure who designed the oh so sweet. And don't get me wrong, not taking anything away from that knife. So it's just a lighter EDC. Maybe if you're looking for a little bit lighter in the pocket, and if you want something a little stronger, this is a good choice. Let's bring out another one of mine I kind of like. It's the Ontario Knife Company Joe Pardue, and it is going to be a little tank knife. Oz 8, and I know this is G10, and we got those thick liners, and we got plenty of barrel spacers, and Oz 8, and a hollow ground blade. just like the Kershaw. We got jimping on top. It's spring assisted, and it comes, that was easy to deploy. It comes out of the, what would you call it, thumb stud. Not as much of a point, not as long, definitely not as much cutting edge, a little bit narrower, quite a bit smaller. And take a peek at the liners. So again, this is just a drive over it with a semi kind of a knife. It's going to be running on washers, I think both of them, and with that spring assist. But that thing just get it started and that just takes over. Ergos on this are fantastic. I did a video on knives I've fallen asleep with, and this is just one of them. And just, and this one, the purchase is amazing. It has, for grip, it has that one beat. And I like it when you can hold your knife like this and it still feels secure. When you get that lock up right in here. And those of you who handle enough knives, you probably recognize that. So now, I told you this was a blur on a budget. So Rusty, get out a blur. Well, there it is, folks. One of the most, I would say, popular EDC knives, at least if you were to categorize it as those with a spring assist, which narrows down the category. But what this one is, this one runs 70 bucks, and it has an aluminum frame oftentimes, and the pocket clip's not so great. They do make aftermarket type pocket clips. Spring assist. We got this little slanted thumb hole or thumb stud, and it's a little bit bigger. I always like to test you guys, take it for a little ride here. So that's what we're taking a peek at. If I kind of try to line them up this way, you can see the blur is bigger. And without taking you for a ride, take a peek how they compare for handle thickness. Looks like the blur is slimmer, and the blur, of course, 14C 28N, and this is an 8CR, and the blur is going to be pushing $70 these days. Sorry about that, guys. Had to shut down for the fire truck. So anyways, we'll wrap this up. We got a Kershaw blur running about $70, and then the Kershaw Clash. Both are Ken Onion designs. And let's go ahead and flip them over here for you for comparison. And it's my take on it. If you want the blur on a budget, go ahead and grab this Clash. I'm not sure how much longer they're going to be around. So, thanks for tuning in.